Hi, my name's Will. I was the director and writer for our OTS, Dinner for Two.
Hey, my name's Jamie Hopkins. I'm the lead actor and also editor of the OTS.
Okay, so how do you think we improved with our OTS compared to the prelim?
Well, I think one of the main things is, I don't want to sound biased, but actors.
Yeah, I think the actors are a lot better. Like, so in our prelim, I was one of the actors and so was Aaron, who's in our group. And neither of us are that charismatic, we're not that natural at acting, whereas Jamie is a very good actor and he made a good killer. And we also, for the victim, we used my friend Jess, and she's a very good actor. She does A-level drama,
she did really well.
And she did really well, and she added quite a lot to it actually, that we didn't really add. Credit to her. And one of the other things we improved from the prelim was the editing. So in the actual prelim, the editing is it's very choppy, it's very limited. It's literally just we've put them in a sequence to make it make sense,
very random.
Basically. Yeah, it's a bit random as well. Whereas with the OTS, we put a lot of time into the editing, and it flows a lot better. It's a lot more natural. There's a lot of effects on it as well, which adds to the atmosphere, and it's basically looks a lot more professional, whereas the prelim looks a bit rushed, it's a bit flat, and looks a bit sort of unfinished, basically.
Yeah. Another thing is the music as well.
Yeah.
Like, the music we chose for our OTS is quite old-fashioned, but it's also quite upbeat, and the pace of our OTS is quite fast, so it kind of fits well. But yeah, as the OTS goes on, the music fades out and we hear screaming from our victim, and then the music cuts out, and then you get this like eerie kind of feel.
Yeah, it creates like a very specific sort of creepy atmosphere for the whole duration basically, and it makes it a lot more interesting, which is a massive improvement in the OTS, which literally just has the raw audio, and it's just
because it's so fast paced with the music, and then it cuts out, and then it's so slow, it just works really well.
Yeah, it complements the pacing of the shots. Another thing then that we did very differently from the prelim is in our OTS we've got a series of titles. So at the start we've got production company logos, so we've got a production company, distribution company, which adds a lot to the sort of professional look of it, and then we've got titles that again add to the professionalism of it, that are talking about our actors, our directors, all of that, all our credits basically, which again we have none of that in the prelim because one, it wasn't necessarily, and we didn't put enough time into the editing to actually add that.
We also like the font and things, like we've chose like a typewriter, so for like our main title, Dinner for Two, it comes up like a typewriter. It's like gives that old-fashioned effect, like with the music and things like that. Like it just works very well.
Yeah. And then I think the last thing that we improved massively from the prelim is really short. So it's like 15 seconds. I mean, in this video you've probably seen it loop about 10 times. Whereas with our OTS, it's about 2 minutes. It's like bang on 2 minutes, and it just gives you a lot more time to have a plot, to have like a progression, to have a variety of sort of information. And
yeah, the fact that we have a plot as well in our OTS, like it just makes it so much.
The fact that there's a plot is an improvement.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for
very
listening.
much.
Okay.
Excellent.